Hi, I'm Alex, welcome to the channel and thanks for tuning in. So this video is probably not the video which many of you wanted to watch today or expected, but it's got to the point where I can't avoid this topic any longer. When I started this channel, it was to be true, bring a fresh perspective to finance YouTube, and just to be real and genuine about many topics which others on investing YouTube aren't and haven't been. As a result of this, I have had my fair share of hate on this journey, but that's fine, it's part of the YouTube investing scene. Now, a lot of this originally came when I was saying that Hyliion was overvalued during its initial SPAC run-up, when I said that Workhorse was overvalued and that the stock price couldn't be justified unless they won a significant portion of the USPS tender, which they won none of. Now, all of that is fair game. I knew when I put those videos out the backlash I would face, because I was one of very few not going along the same topics to get as many views as possible. Now, before we get into it, please smash the like button. We don't do clickbait or clickbaity content on the channel here, and when you smash the like button, it's really helpful in letting the algorithm know that it's not only the clickbaity content which it needs to promote. If you're new to the channel, then make sure you're subscribed, and if you want to see more exclusive content like our Patreon-only video series on becoming a better investor, then make sure you check out the Patreon group. As always, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is purely for educational and entertainment purposes only, but let's get straight into it. So recently, it's become increasingly apparent to me that many people subscribed to the channel first when I initially started covering HITI. Go back and watch the first video, and in almost every video since then, I've reminded people that this is a long-term investment. It never was and never has been a get-rich-quick scheme. In fact, any investment which promises to be that will 9 times out of 10 come to bite you in the ass. Now, long-term investing can mean periods of several years, letting the company deliver on its strategy and capitalise on the growth opportunity which it faces. Nobody can argue from an operational and strategic perspective that HITI is not doing this. The issue is that I feel a lot of investors did not totally understand this dynamic, and there seems to be a growing frustration amongst certain areas of the retail investor base on certain message boards. Now, HITI has been listed on the stock market for a period of 11 months. This is still a fairly short period of time, even if you have been an investor in the IPO, and I'm willing to bet that many investors in HITI currently have been an investor for a lot shorter period of time than that. Being totally honest here, if you're struggling with the dynamic and the realisation that this is a long-term hold, that the journey is not linear, and that you won't be a millionaire by the end of this year from this one single investment, then you're probably best focused on day trading or short-term event-driven investing, and you probably shouldn't be an investor in longer-term thesis-led investments. Long-term investing requires a massive amount of patience, and it's just not for everyone. A lot of it does come down to investing psychology. It goes without saying that if you have too much exposure to any specific stock, that it becomes even harder to maintain the mindset required and the discipline required for this. There is no shame in this at all. You just ultimately need to be honest with yourself and ascertain what you want to do with regards to your position in HITI. The investing journey on such stocks is seldom linear. There may be periods of time where the stock performance is underwhelming, but as long as this is not a function of the poor operational performance of the company or any company-specific measure, then it should really not concern you unduly. Daily monitoring of the stock price is not sensible, nor is it healthy in such positions. Are you able to hold this for another 2 to 3 years? Is it causing you undue stress and concern? If you don't want to position for that long, or it is causing you undue stress and concern, if that's honestly the answer, then I recommend you considering finding alternative investment strategies which can generate you equally good returns if you practice good discipline. At the same time though, poor discipline across any investing strategy and approach will make you generate awful returns in the market. Whatever strategy you pursue to follow, there's no right or wrong answer. The truth of the matter is that long-term investing requires a different sort of mentality for investors, and not everyone has that. Again, it's not something to be ashamed of, and investors, as they spend more time in the market, should seek to explore a strategy which for them is most suitable. In the case of HITI, this won't make you life-changing returns in a period of weeks or months. If the company continues to perform in line with how they're performing now, then long-term investors can expect to generate great returns, but this will be over a period of a number of years. They're taking all the right steps strategically, and the slightly lackluster stock price performance is not a function of HITI specifically, it's a function of the broader cannabis market, which, as a reminder, HITI has outperformed. So look, this is a much briefer video than usual, but an important part of becoming a better investor is knowing what type of investing works for you, and then learning to take that approach and developing that strategy to maximise your returns. I know a load of investors in HITI do get this, but a growing number of negative comments are coming from those who are clearly better suited to taking shorter term positions, whether that may be day trading or perhaps event driven investing. There's no right or wrong answer here, but it really is down to your own psychological approach and how you want to invest your capital. Personally, long-term, thesis-led investing and some event-driven investing suits me best. I can't access and monitor the markets 24/7 given my full-time investing job, and if you're going into day trading, that's something you need to be able to do. So my actual investing job is in private equity, where we're taking positions in companies for a period of 2 to 5 years, say, and my success rate in such positions is pretty good. Now, I will cover this in more detail in a separate video, but this is just something that needed to be discussed. So yes, HITI's stock performance over the past couple of weeks has not been amazing. However, it is outperforming the sector, and the negative sector sentiment will shift in due course. Whether this is driven by a positive news catalyst such as the development in the legalisation situation or another reason. And when this does happen, HITI is extremely well positioned as more capital will flow into the ETFs and drive increased buying pressure. So look, in summary, if you don't have the appetite, can't financially justify holding your position in HITI for a number of years, or even alternatively struggle with the long-term horizon here, then the reality is you probably will struggle to enjoy this investment journey with HITI, and there's nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong at all. But you will be best off exiting your position and following a strategy that's more suited to your style of investing, because in the long run you will generate better returns that way. You need to reflect on your goals, your time periods and your psychological approach to investing, and determine which stocks are best suited to your style. Before you invest in a company, make sure you understand the exit plan for you personally, as without doing so, you're actually messing up a really essential component of portfolio management strategy. Reflecting on this correctly though, is setting you up to generate consistently strong returns. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and check out the Patreon for more investing related content. As always, please let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I find it so interesting to hear all the different opinions and perspectives, so please get involved. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in another video.